Hey guys, how's it going? Otaku Mike here, back again with another video for you guys today. If you're new to the channel and you like the content that I create, please consider like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So, a viewer of my channel suggested that I do a top my favorite ecchi video, and I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So, I'm going to give you my top 5 ecchi manga that I personally really enjoy. This is my personal list. The only qualifications is I have to actually own it. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to talk about some ecchi manga that I really enjoy.
Number 5.
Alright, so let's get this party started. The first manga that I'm putting on this list is Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls. You know I had to put this on the list. I mean, this was the first ecchi manga that I actually started to collect when I started to get into manga collecting. What is this about? It's about a young man who basically gets accidentally put into the interspecies cultural exchange program, and hijinks ensue where all these different monster girls get put into his care, as well as he has to eventually pick one of them to marry to see if monsters and humans can coexist. That's basically what this is about in a nutshell. This has been a really fun manga over the past couple years that I've read it. Read it. But yeah, go check this out. This is definitely worth your time.
Number 4.
Alright, so next up we have one of my favorites. It is Don't Meddle with My Daughter, which is a superhero manga nobody actually ever talks about. This is about there's a young woman in it. Her name's Claire. She is the daughter of a former superhero named Athena, also known as the Eighth Wonder. Think Power Girl or Supergirl. What if she had a child and went to retirement, and then her daughter takes up the mantle of the Eighth Wonder? Well, Athena has to come in and help her daughter fight the evil organization known as Blowjob. Yes, I said it right. The organization is called Blowjob. This is a fun manga that I highly recommend everybody check out if they're looking for that more cultured individual reading material. This is definitely worth your time. It's only 3 volumes, so it's super short, and there's a lot of fan service in this manga. Just saying. Especially if you like those thick girls who are older.
Number 3.
Alright, so next up on the ecchi manga list, we have Raw Hero. You know I had to put this on the list. This manga is so much fun to read. This manga is so crazy, so off the wall, so bonkers in the premise that it depicts in the story. It's really good. It's riveting, and it leaves me always with the, oh shit, how are they going to top this one? If you have not heard of this, go check this out. It's about a young man who has to cross-dress and infiltrate a secret evil superhero organization. I mean, enough said. Hijinks ensue. Lots of etchiness from the creator of Prison School. Definitely go check this out. Well worth the read. But you won't be let down.
Number 2.
Alright, so next up on the list, we have one from a very famous manga creator, the creator of Gantz. We have Gigant. Yes, Gigant. You know this had to be on the list. What is this about? This is about a young boy who wants to make a film. He needs to find a lead for his film. He befriends a porn star or adult film actress, and she ends up getting the powers to grow really big. And yeah, she unintentionally becomes like a superhero, kind of. And she fights monsters and all different kinds of things. This manga is really good. Don't let the premise of the porn star becoming really giant deceive you. This manga has a lot of heart, and it really does a good job of actually getting you to care about all our main leads for the characters in this book. It is crazy, it is off the wall, there's a lot of tits and ass in this book, but there is so much more to this book that leaves me gobsmacked, and I'm like, oh my god, like, what's gonna happen next? It's a very riveting story, and one that actually has consequences to actions that the characters actually do end up taking in this book, which I do not want to spoil, but this is definitely well worth the read if you're looking for a good ecchi manga.
And now for the honorable mention.
Alright, now it's time for some honorable mentions. My Dress Up Darling. It's ecchi for its own reasons. Go check it out. Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolts. If you're into hot mech-on-mech action, this manga is for you. Fist of the North Star. If you're into big beefy men and martial arts, this manga is for you. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, come on. Do I really have to tell you about JoJo's? Yeah, it's certainly a thing.
Oh boy, number 1.
Right, now we're at number 1. Are you ready for this? Number 1 manga is World's End Harem. Yes, I mean, come on. I talk about this manga all the time. Right? Whenever I read it, I talk about it, you know. This manga is definitely worth a read if you're into the ecchi manga and you're a cultured individual. This manga is well worth your time. I mean, it's like ecchi Y the Last Man. That's the best way I can describe this. It's about a young man who has a disease. He gets put into a cryogenic stasis, and he wakes up. All the men are wiped out and because of a virus, and he ends up being one of the last men left. There's like 5 left, I believe. And they have to populate the world. Well, what does that actually do to somebody's psyche and their mental well-being if they are tasked with basically populating the world and sleeping with as many women as possible? That's where this book definitely shines, in the different scenarios that the men get put into and the journeys that they go on in this newfound world that they have been thrusted into, no pun intended. But this is well worth your time. Do not let the TNA fool you. This is actually a really good read, and that's why it is number 1 on my top ecchi manga video. So yeah, go check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite ecchi manga? Is my list good? Let me know. Catch you guys later.